Thank you, Texas Lala. I'm saying a whole bunch and ain't nobody hearing me say anything. Welcome in, you guys. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Um, I see Microfarmer. He'll be joining us here shortly. A family that prays together. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Texas Lala. Appreciate you. Thanks for letting me know. I forgot I had put it on mute. So, you guys let me know what's happening. What's going on? What y'all got going on this Sunday? It's been here in Florida. It's probably about 80 degrees, but it's kind of been overcast today. Hey, Sassy. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Oh, here he is, I think. The man of the hour. Welcome in.
Yeah, somebody got to teach you how to.
Yeah, I see your note. What did I do?
You ain't send the damn link into them in the email.
Yes, I did put it in
No,
the
you
email.
sending me a link to the show. You're not sending me the link to come up as a host. You keep
That's
sending
the
me the
link.
link to the show. So when I click on the link, I'm going to the show. I'm going to the thumbnail.
Oh. Okay. I'll double check that. How are you?
I'm good.
Look like you kind of got overcast weather as well.
Oh, yeah. You know, that's how that works around here. That's how the Northeast is.
It's overcast here as well, kind of today, too. But it's about 80. It's a lot of humidity.
Well, it's not humidity here, but it got up to like 79 here today. But,
okay. Yeah.
But our 80 and 70 is not like the people in Florida 80 and 70s.
Hi, Kenyatta. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. So how's the garden going?
Garden is nice. I'm out here in the garden.
I see. Man, everything looks so good.
Yeah, but it ain't doing what I wanted to do. As I said, I was waiting on the heat to come in. It ain't doing what I wanted to do. It's lagging for some reason. That just don't. That's the conversation I want. Like, you know, when you try to overcorrect your garden, just leave it alone like nature intended to, because Mother Nature doesn't do nothing but let it do what it do. So that's the problem with gardening too, you know, is you want to touch everything because it's not growing the way you want it to grow, and then you try to over fertilize or under fertilize or do too much watering, so you have no crop.
So hey, I wanted to ask the question tonight, what does it mean, like pretty much what you're saying, if your stuff is not like really, really, truly growing, it's like it's stunted? Is it the soil? It's not enough nutrients?
It could be a whole lot. It could be over nutrients. It could be over fertilizing. It's just one of them crazy things that you just got to figure out what you have done. Either sometimes you can over fertilize it, can stunt the growth of a plant because it's being over fertilized and it's not going to do what it want to do. A lot of people think it's like, you know, like humans, the overeat is going to grow, but if you over fertilize, it can damage your crops, and under fertilize can grow your crops. So gardening is that little sweet spot. You got to find that little sweet spot. And right now, for me, as a gardener, things are growing, but not growing at the rate that I would like it to grow. It's growing the rate that it looked like it want to grow. So best thing is just to leave it alone, like grass.
Right.
Like, you know, you go on vacation, you come back, your grass is 5 feet high. I think that's the same thing with a garden. If you keep looking at it, it's not going to come through. So if you leave it alone, leave it for a week, you come back, everything's overgrown.
Right.
It's just like trying to say, watching paint dry on the wall, or you know how you boil water. You put the water, if you're looking at the water, it doesn't boil, you walk away, have the damn pot gone to water. You know?
Right.
And I think that's what a garden, that's how I feel a garden is the same way. Like, if you come out every day looking at your garden, you think it's going to grow, you think you're looking for this expectation of growing. And I realize if you just leave it alone and walk away, it'll take care of itself.
Right. Yeah. Have you harvested anything from your garden yet?
Oh yeah, the herbs I gardened the other day. I dropped a video. Harvested herbs.
Oh, I missed. Okay.
And I got these little beautiful birds lately in my garden, and I think they just out here trying to eat the damn seeds. That's what I think they're trying to do.
Well, that's what Liz is saying. What she planted, she said, I left mine alone and don't see my new growth, and it was growing. Either the rabbits came and got it,
or birds. Because I got this new type of bird. Lately, I've been seeing him, this particular beautiful grayish, bluish bird. It's a native probably here, but I just started to notice them being hanging around here lately. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming the seeds here that I put down, like these little flowering seeds, he probably
Mm-hmm.
eating the seeds. So he found him a new spot to eat. I don't know.
Yeah, she said she reseeded hers, but replanted. But yeah, it happens.
Yeah, so that could be a whole problem right there. Because this particular bird, I have seen it lately. He's been here for last 2 weeks. He's in the
Mm-hmm.
tree right. He's in the tree right now. It's a beautiful bird. It's a beautiful little sparrow-looking bird. He's a blue grayish, like a cobalt, like bluish grayish, whatever. He's a pretty bird, but he about to be a pretty dead one in 10 minutes. Keep messing with me.
Uh-oh. What does that mean? You
This
gotta
is
be
exactly what I meant.
you
This
gotta
is
be
around here. No, because I got my berries out here. I got my grapes and my blackberries. So I don't know if this bird likes like berries and stuff and grapes. Because you get a bird that eats a lot of your grapes and your berries, this is a wrap. You ain't getting none.
you ain't getting nothing.
Eat your blueberries, eat your raspberries, your blackberries, eat your grapes as they soon come out a little bit. That damn bird to eat it all, be a fat belly bird, you know. I just like I said, I just know it's a new bird. You know, he's been around lately, so I don't know. Maybe he's a berry bird. I don't know. But yeah,
um, uh, Go ahead, go ahead.
no, everything around me is growing. I mean, it's growing nicely, but not the way I want to. That's why I said, since we're in the Northeast up here in Connecticut, I just gotta wait till the heat come when you get that constant 75, 80-degree weather, and just let. Sometimes you get overwater too. I'm feeling that's what my issue is. I'm overwatering.
What time frame is the 75 degrees weather coming for you? When does that happen?
Oh, that's now. That's what I'm saying. We just
Oh, it
getting it.
should be happening now.
Yeah, we reaching the 75, 80, lows of 60 degrees. So things should be picking up in the next month, this month, June. Everything should be picking up. If it don't pick up in June, it ain't gonna pick up. It's a wrap. It's just one of those things that you just as a garden that grows up here. If things don't pop and get big in June, it ain't gonna happen for you. It's one of them things. It's just gonna you're gonna get whatever the little stuff you're gonna get, and that's it.
Liz
It's kind
said
of
her
plain growing.
sunflower is growing well. Are you coming up, Liz? Or you not coming up tonight? She said her sunflower is growing well. I want to see your sunflower.
Oh, my sunflower's doing great, but they was out here
Yours
since the
is.
winter.
Liz said hers is as well.
Yeah, that's the only damn thing to do is what it's doing.
Hey, Gina versus Gina. Good to see you.
My sunflower's right here.
Let me see your sunflower.
My sunflower's doing great.
Oh, that looks nice.
I got a bunch of sunflowers in all around the perimeter. They're dwarf sunflowers. They're not the big sunflowers, and they ain't the ones you eat.
Oh, they're not?
No, they're the
I didn't
ones
know
just
that
from.
there was a difference.
Yeah, it's a dwarf. Yeah, it's a difference. It's one that just bring pollinators.
Oh, so that one's not going to turn yellow?
I don't know what it's gonna turn to, but it ain't
Oh,
gonna turn to eat. It ain't nothing to eat.
it ain't nothing to
It's
eat.
just to bring pollinators. Just to bring pollinators. These are my blackberries right here.
Oh, nice.
But I got sunflowers all over here to bring the pollinators here. So that's it.
Hey, sipping.
So I got my strawberries. Hope to get some strawberries because I got a chipmunk problem in here this year. So they got the butternut squash. I mean not butternut squash. The candy roast squash that Hands of Dirt sent me to seed is doing great.
I dropped
And
the
then
link if anybody wants to come up.
my fig trees are doing great. My peppers are struggling. But when the heat comes up, hopefully they're doing what they're doing. The onions
Uh-huh.
are dying back. They've been out here a long time. The onions been out here a long time.
Yeah.
And my collard trees, something's gotten to them. So something's eating them. So it is what it is. So collard trees are not going to do well around here. My potato patch is looking good. My peach trees are doing great.
I saw Hands in the Dirt harvest a bunch of potatoes.
Oh yeah, my potatoes are not ready. We don't harvest this probably till August.
Okay. What's that?
Potatoes.
Oh, those are the potatoes. Okay.
Potatoes, and I got my elderberry and goji berry here. Then I got my peppers,
Hey, Liz.
and then here go my candy roasted squash. So it's putting on flowers and stuff. So
Okay.
here go another female right here, if you can see.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Hey,
Then my tomatoes. My
What's
tomatoes
up?
are
I
starting
am
to put on
listening
some
to two at
buds.
a time.
I hear you.
Okay, you hear me now? Okay, let
Yeah,
me go and show my little
it's
tweeds.
looking good, Micro Farmer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hey,
always
what's
got a
going
nice
on
little.
across the street where you planted some stuff at? How is that going?
I don't know. They ain't been over there.
Oh, you haven't been over there. You just letting it do its
No, it's
thing.
not my property. It's not my private state property. It's not my property.
I know, but you planted some stuff over there.
Yeah, but you say you leave shit over there. That's what you call renegade gardener. You go over there and get your ass locked up. You want it. That's state property. That's what black
Okay,
folks
well,
be
we
calling. They
don't
keep going.
understand why you
They
plant on
keep. They.
property you can't get the stuff from.
What happened?
I said, well, I don't understand why you plant on property you can't get the stuff from or you don't have access to.
I do have access to it. What are you talking about?
She said, but you can't go over there and get it or whatever.
I can go over there and get it, but I'm
Oh,
not trying to be a black person that get busted, keep going somewhere that you aren't supposed to. If you know
oh,
you're doing something you don't supposed to do, why you keep bringing your black ass over to get caught?
no,
You
no.
just go over there. I don't need to keep looking at it on an everyday basis. Then here come a cop come across and say,
Oh,
why you in there? Then he goes in and kick all my shit over, whatever. You know what I mean? I
Okay.
don't
okay.
belong over there. I ain't
So
gonna be
this
one of
is
them
a
black folks. I'm not gonna be
This
one
I
of them
use
black
my
folks you see when them cops come up on them, talking about I ain't gonna show him my ID and get
right
thrown on the
sassy.
ground, get locked up.
So this is a periodic thing that you might tip over there and check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Don't be them people. Don't be them people in the car, the black folks, because I ain't got to show you ID. The cop asking you questions. Now you want to get offended by the cop asking you questions. You know you don't supposed to be over there, bro, like that.
You tell him I went over there and I threw a bunch of seeds up in there and I'm checking on them.
I put some lobster tails
See?
in the
That
eater.
part. That part right there. That part right there, yeah, yeah.
What you got going on, Liz? Oh, she froze. She was showing us
Okay,
something.
what'd
Yeah.
you say?
I said, what you got going on in your pots?
Girl, I have my sunflower seeds, but then I put through a lobster tail in there because
A
I
what?
was a lobster tail to natural fertilizer. I don't know.
Ew.
I'm
And
looking
what
at
happened?
I watched it, yeah. But I'm just trying to keep eating my stuff out. As you hear, the cicadas is running rampant.
The lobster tail's gonna bring the darn thing that's eating your stuff there because that's food.
You think? I thought that you said they put lobster tails in, putting the water in it was a natural fertilizer.
The water, you said the lobster, you put a lobster tail. You put the water on the
I
lobster
didn't
tail.
see any meat in it. It's just shell. It's just the shell.
The shell, she said.
The shell. She wanted it because it looked beautiful and it looked
And it's
shiny.
beautiful.
Right.
It's wait, which looks shiny? The plant looks shiny or the lobster tail looks shiny?
She thinks that. Oh, she's talking about the other shells. What are they? The mussels. Yeah, the
You
mussels.
put
The
some
mussels
mussels in there too?
for decoration. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh no,
Nicole.
over and take. Would you move?
Lala's telling it all.
Tell all her business out there. You know,
Oh,
put
I saw
lobster
it.
tail, oyster shells.
Yeah, oyster tail. Yeah, they shiny. Oh, she getting dirt on my brand new computer. No, you was.
Uh,
If you leave me alone, go away,
So,
little girl.
are you planning anything particular, Micro Farmer, for this month of June? I'll be looking up different months of things to plant.
you know what? No, whatever I got growing out here,
Or
that's
anybody in the chat?
the only thing that I might grow in the fall season. Whatever's out here is going to grow. It's going to continue to grow, right? The only thing I might plant in the fall season is some more broccoli and collard greens to finish out for November.
Okay.
Otherwise, whatever I got out here is out here. My peppers, but I will probably find some more pots and stuff. Well, I have pots, but I might put some more pepper plants out here, like hot peppers, because that's one of my little side gigs and stuff. I make hot pepper for steaks and chicken and stuff like that.
Yeah. Mine got a lot of flowers on them, my pepper plants and stuff. Liz, those things are loud. The
I know. Let me
cicadas.
go inside. I told you
No,
I
you
got
don't have to go
20,000 of.
inside, but you don't have to go inside. You don't have to go inside.
Okay.
No, I was just saying, yeah, you can really hear them.
Well, you in Florida too. They around you too.
Oh, I don't hear none of that.
You don't hear them can
Oh,
say this. I think they have a certain place, but Missouri is one of them that they all decided to say we want to mate here. So I'm like, would y'all shut up or get y'all a woman? Because I'm sick of it. They getting on my nerves.
Nikki said,
Uh,
I
All
just
right.
moved over here, so I'm not ready to plant anything just yet. Okay.
who's Nikki?
Uh, bead bead in with Nikki B. Yep.
Oh, I
Hey,
can't see the
GT.
chat. I can't see the chat.
Oh, okay. GT Grow. Hey, GT Grow. What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, so so a lot of stuff is garbage. But like I said, I asked that question. Some people hopefully answer it. Like, do you feel messing with your garden, you can destroy your garden?
You can
And I
come
did
up
that
if you
last.
want to, GT, if you want to talk about your garden or whatever. Feel free. I dropped the link. Go ahead, Microfarmer.
Yeah, so I'll give all the tips for a lot of people. If you don't see your garden growing, the way well, if you see if it's stunned, I would think for some crops you can't put too much nitrogen on because nitrogen is basically what is a miracle growth. Miracle growth is basically a base, a nitrogen based fertilizer. So you're gonna get the beautiful the grow, but I would think like
That was
Miracle
me.
Growth, people have used Miracle Growth to get great crops out. They do. But if you use too much of it, you're just gonna get the growth. It's gonna look green, it's gonna look big, but you might not get that much fruit off of a Miracle Growth situation. But
Oh,
some people have
really?
been successful. Once again, some people have been successful using Miracle Growth on fertilizers. You know, I just feel that if I wanted to like a showcase garden,
Hi, Shannon.
I'd probably use Miracle Growth.
Uh-huh.
If I want a showcase garden, like a garden where it shows big and luscious, but then when that fruit time come around, you might not get the fruit that you want. You get the growth. So I think like, Miracle Growth is great for like people that like leafy stuff like collard greens, kale, because it's going to give you the growth. Because that's what you want. You want that leaf. You want that growth. But if you're dealing with fruits like berries and stuff that gives you bell peppers and hot peppers, Miracle Growth should be your start, and then at the end you should be start doing some other stuff like kelp powder or some type of organic stuff, cow manure, rabbit manure, stuff like that. That's my take on it. I guess
I
everybody gardens differently.
I think that's what I need to get not more knowledgeable about. I need to get more knowledgeable about the soil. I need to get more knowledgeable about. I think that's what my problem was. I mean, I got some stuff that's growing out there, but there's things like I said, it's like my stuff is not growing, it's not flourishing.
Yeah.
And it might have to do with the type of dirt that I bought or whatever. I don't
No,
know.
it's not really the soil. It's the nutrients that you put in your soil. I would say some people, you you know, I'm probably gonna do a video later on this year or this season to show y'all like actually how to make a great soil. I mean, strictly for your garden. But it's good. But the problem with a lot of our garden community is you got to find a way to do it cheap. And that's what I've been trying to show people. Like, use the stuff that you got right around your house to actually do it.
Hi,
But see, what
Nikki.
happened is what happened?
I was telling Nikki hi. OCD is
Yeah.
checking.
Yeah, because
I agree.
they
I can't find nothing. I've been using the shells. I know you say you have the compost, and I don't know what
yeah
I'm composting everything. So I'm just like, I don't know. Throw it all in.
throw it all in. But see, the point with composting is you talk about between a year to 18 months to really get a good compost, unless you have some other stuff to
Oh.
accelerate. But because they do have stuff to accelerate your compost. But like I said, at the end of the
Okay.
day, a lot of people don't have that kind of money. See, I can tell you to go get this and go get that, but your pocketbook, I don't know everybody's financial situation, and that's why people get teed off. So I'm trying to show you the cheaper way to do it with stuff that's around you, but the stuff that's just around you takes time. So either you don't have the money,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to get the time. It's just like dating a woman. If you ain't got the money, you gotta spend time with her, right?
Oh, Lord.
It's not, oh Lord,
Okay.
it's the truth.
Same
It's
with
the
a
truth.
man.
It's the
Huh?
truth.
Same with a
Why the
man.
problem every time somebody speaks the truth, everybody want to go, oh Lord? It ain't oh Lord. That's the truth. If you don't
Okay.
have the money, then you're gonna have to compost, but it's gonna take time. Now, if you got
As,
the money,
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you,
as Liz said, same with a man.
Mm-hmm.
But
Takes
we're going to
time.
stay on topic.
Right. Not a gender situation. Mm-hmm.
You
Don't
didn't
come for me
freeze,
unless
did
I
you,
say
Microfarmer?
no, I ain't freeze
he
because see,
just
this is the problem. This because I was trying to explain, give you some type of like understanding of gardening. Either it's gonna take time or you have the money to go do it. And half the
Yeah.
time, a lot of us, I say us, don't have no goddamn coins. They just don't. I can tell you what to go get, but your money might not be able to get it. You're not going to spend $40 on some type of stuff that I use. You're not.
Right.
You'll swear to God, you could buy 10,000 bags of soil, then buy that $40 bottle of Little Goodness for $40. You're not going to buy it.
But I'd like
I'll
for
buy
you
it
to
for
share.
$20
Well,
if
share
I
it
can
both
use
ways,
it.
What
though,
I'm
because.
saying,
But
majority
I'm
of
just
people.
saying, share it both ways because we, our audience is spread across. So there are people that can, and then there are
Yeah,
people
but
that
see,
may
you
like
ain't see
the
the
other way.
person. See the person who can do it already got it. You get what I'm saying? The person that
Well,
already can, they already got it. Trust what I tell you. The
that's not
That's
people,
under the
necessarily true. It's
assumption.
because I'm not knowledgeable enough to know.
What do
So
there you
you
go.
when
You're
you
know?
not.
no, wait
Okay,
a
here you go.
minute, just hear me out for a second. Just hear me out.
Here you go.
I
Here you
don't
go. Here you go.
know. So
You ain't
when
spending
you
$50 for
share
this.
it,
You're not.
I
You're
can
not
go and
spending
buy
50.
it if I want to.
We're not. See, you're going into that debating stuff, and I'm not into debating
I'm
nobody.
not
I
debating.
know the
I'm
We're
people.
not
asking you to
debating.
listen to what I'm saying.
I'm
And
saying
talk to
the
both the
majority
poor
of
and
people
the
that
rich.
follow the. All right, I'm done.
No,
You ain't
go
spend.
ahead.
You ain't spend $50 for this.
You,
Most people are not spending $50 for this little thing here.
I hear you.
You're not spending $50 for this, y'all. I'm being real with y'all. I'm not. I don't care what your pocketbooks look like. A lot of people's not gonna spend $50. I didn't even want to spend 50 for this. This is marijuana stuff
Okay.
here, right? The
Okay.
only reason why hold up. Listen to what I'm saying. The only reason why I'm spending that money because it's a cannabis thing. But the cannabis stuff can work regardless of tomato. Like I said, when you start doing the math, it ain't worth it to grow a tomato. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Certain stuff I can tell you to make your garden pop and you can eat lovely. You ain't gonna spend that much for a $2 tomato. I'm sorry, you're not just gonna do it. A lot of us are not gonna do it. Now the ones who got money, follow me on the cocaine on the marijuana side.
The cocaine
Oh,
side.
okay. Okay, I
Okay.
understand and I hear what you said. I'm just
So
saying
we the
we
broke
have an
ass
audience
audience,
of
so
people that
we
do
can't go.
different things,
We can't
and
afford it,
you
right?
have a
And
wealth
so
of
we gonna
knowledge about
follow him
several things. I didn't know
on
about the
billionaire
cannabis part of it, so
listing
Yeah,
side.
that's knowledge learned.
because
Got you.
there's a lot
Billionaire
of
listing
people.
side.
Listen,
When we go to the
what I'm saying, I
billionaire
don't.
listing
Let me
side,
say.
we can
Here it
listen.
goes. Let me just give you some real talk here. I'm not here to
I
debate no
got
black
20
woman, all right?
bud.
I'm not here to debate no black woman, but I'm trying to tell you, you go to the doctors, certain doctors ain't gonna explain to you nothing because they know your health insurance card can't pay for it. Trust what I tell you. My wife is a nurse. Trust what I tell you for years. They're not gonna explain certain things to certain people because they know your insurance card do not pay for it. You understand what I'm saying? And Yaya's been going through that. Certain doctors are not gonna talk to you, even though it's out there for you. He just know your pockets ain't like that. Now he don't know if your son is a drug dealer and got $15,000 sitting on the sideline. He don't know that, but he's not going to explain that to you. That is
What
better
his face
alternatives to
look
your
like?
health. Oh Jesus Christ! I'm
What
done.
his
I'm
face
done.
look like?
I'm done.
Okay,
Talking
I'm
about
done.
what
we got
DT's
it.
face
We
look like.
understand. I
GT, come
just,
on in
for
here and
me
say your spot.
personally, stop
We're not
calling
doing
me.
you personally.
I
You're taking it
personally would
personal.
like to be spoke. I know I'm not. I'm not taking it personally. I'm talking as an audience. I'm listening to you, so I'm your audience right now. And in the midst of being your audience, I would like for me to be the whole story to be told, not just parts of it. The assumption of you're not going to be able to afford it. Don't assume because assholes are made out of me and you when we assume. We just want the real truth. How does it get to that? Don't worry about
Okay.
my pockets. I might stand
I
on the
wasn't
corner
worried
for a
about your pocket.
minute,
I just wasn't. I
and
wasn't
make me
going
some
to
quick money.
explain to you.
I'm just trying
See,
to know how much. I mean, again, what it does to make my stuff grow, and then maybe I can populate that in the rest of the things that I do, and I can be successful gardener or gardeneress. I don't know. I'm just saying. Could you please tell me the whole story? Thank you.
no, I cannot. No, I
Go
cannot.
ahead.
Like y'all black folks like to say, know your audience. My audience don't have that kind of money. Know your audience. Once again, like y'all say,
Okay.
y'all want to sound educated. Know your audience. My audience don't have that kind of money. My audience, not yours. My audience don't have that kind of money.
Gotcha.
Okay, but the audience that we have here tonight,
Ah,
we're asking you to just put it out there.
stop. My audience, like they say, know
Okay,
your audience. My audience don't have that kind of money.
I know, but you're here tonight and you have
Okay.
a
I
wealth
don't
of
know your
knowledge.
audience. This is your audience, Yaya. I don't
Yes,
know your audience.
but I'm
So we
trying to.
asking, being your
We
audience.
asking you,
Don't ask no more. I gave it to you now. Goddamn, I gave it to you.
and just
Thank
like Nikki
you.
said, just
We ain't
put
the
the
power
I gave it
information
to
leaders.
out
you.
there.
People that live
There's
under the
stuff out
stairs.
there, but it's very
I'm black,
there's
so my
stuff that's
doctors
out
must
there
think
that's
I'm
very
made out of money.
expensive. It's
Then it went to the practice, my pedigree or
what I'm
however.
saying to there's
Hey,
a
Yeah,
lot of
and
GT,
things.
how are
I
you
think
this evening, this Sunday? He's
How
sitting there
you
just
doing, GT?
laughing. What's up, GT?
I'm good. Just at
You
work.
got some cheap products they can use to grow their garden good. Matter of fact, you got any expensive stuff they can use.
I got all of it. Yeah. Yeah.
So
you
tell them
Everything.
what to
incorporate
go get.
all
Tell them
in
what to
your
go get.
garden.
Tell them what they got to get their garden to grow lustrous.
And like Micro was saying, either you got more time or you got money. That's the biggest obstacle that you have to jump over. If you want to spend years, then you can do it the most organic way that you can. If you got more money than you got time, then that's where you look at your main ingredients when it comes down to plant health, which is MPK. But you're just feeding the plant instead of the soil. The soil is the most important portion of your plant's health, in my opinion. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's all kinds of options. You can buy the $20 Tiger Bloom. I don't know what product he shows, but they got all kinds of products to help you out. But yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I was saying. I need to get more knowledgeable about the types of soil that's out there. I need to I
Mhm.
need to I need to learn more about what to get to make my soil have more nutrients in it, because I feel like my stuff, it happened to me last year, it's happening again this year. It's a little better this year. I do have some stuff out there that I got more flowers on it. I can see that I'm going to get more produce this year. But a lot of
Hmm.
my stuff, I just feel like it's stunted and it's not growing. And like my radishes, my onions, it's taking them forever to just grow.
Okay,
With
so
your
I'm gonna give you a
radishes and
product.
your
I'm gonna give you a product that GT might know. It's a thing called recharge. So after your growth season goes, since you don't, because I usually throw mine into the compost box. I got rabbits and chickens. I don't use my dirt over and over again like a lot of the people because they can't. Well, I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna just say what I gotta say, and I don't
Yeah.
care who pockets those small or big. I use Happy Frog, Ocean Forest, stuff like that for my cannabis crops. I do not reuse it, but if I did have to reuse that stuff, it's a product called Recharged.
Okay.
It comes in a small bottle. You can put that in your garden beds. You can put that in your when you take your pots and you throw all the dirt out. You want to. It's called Recharge. That's what we use in the other side of the world, the 420 world, which it's called Recharge. Then you have these stuff that is going, but you can spend like Happy Frog. Happy Frog is a good medium soil for anybody who want to garden. Happy Frog.
Okay.
Yes, for
Mostly, he was
breathing, you said.
Happy Frog. Then you have Tiger Bloom. That's a whole product. Tiger Bloom is a whole product. They sell it on Amazon, and it comes in like a 3-bottle kit.
Mhm.
That helps in your garden, especially a small garden, maybe a container garden. That'll work wonders in your garden. Or you can actually go on the other route, which you got blood meal, bone meal, earthworm castings, but you have to mix all that together. But as you're a new gardener, a lot of people don't know how to mix that stuff together to get a good crop. Either they
Right.
under fertilizing the soil or they over fertilizing the soil. It's
Okay.
not like Big Mama's Kitchen. It's really not like Big Mama's Kitchen. You just going eyeballing it because you're gonna be either over fertilizing the soil or under fertilizing the soil, and then that's when you're gonna have problems. So I tell anybody, go look at the YouTube channels on some of the people that build soil, not gardeners. When you follow these big gardeners and they got beautiful, you're looking at their gardens, and it's like what I want to say. I'm not saying every last one. Please, I hate when people talk about
coconut
you talk about
water.
every, when you see a lot of these guys' gardens, which everything looks perfect, big,
Oh,
booming, they're not using what they say they're using. It's just like knowing what you're looking at because other people don't know what they're looking at. They just like, oh my God, his garden is so beautiful. He's not using the stuff that he's claiming he's using. He's using some other stuff that make those collard greens go 10 feet high and big. I mean, I'm not saying every last one. Trust what I say, because I'm gonna get that little nonsense crap, and I'm the type of person who'll cut you out in a heartbeat.
Oh, he left.
He went to do something, but there's stuff that when y'all watching these people, they're not telling you the truth. And everybody can fake it on YouTube all they want to. They're not gonna come and tell you this is what they use. They're gonna just say they got a lovely garden and they peed on it and that made it grow. Now there's other stuff. When I see certain people garden, I know they're not gardening organically. because
Go
organically
Camille.
true organic foods don't grow that big. They just don't without some
Okay.
type of help or some type of pushing. It's just not.
Hey, Plant a Garden, welcome
Well, I see
in.
them in
Good to
Jamaica.
see you
They
with
do,
me.
but
Huh?
Hey,
it's
Miss
cool.
B, thanks for stopping in.
I see them in Jamaica. They grow pretty big. I
Because
don't
they
know
got
what they
volcanic
leaching and they
ash.
just.
Okay. Once again, it's all
Oh,
about the soil. It's all about the soil makeup. If you're on an island somewhere that has volcanic ash, yeah, you're gonna have a lot
right.
of stuff that's in that soil. If Jamaica, you talking about the
Okay.
islands, that's volcanic ash on top. You talking about maybe 5,000 years ago, and they don't have a lot of pollution like we have in America. A lot of us feel like a lot of the reason why our gardens don't grow in America because our atmosphere is polluted. I don't care which way you go. Our
Yeah.
atmosphere is polluted in America. We got runoffs.
Okay.
It's cheap stuff. They built your house on top. They brought garbage to build your house on top. A lot of y'all houses are
Right.
built on swamp land or bad land, and they brung soil in from somewhere else and build your house on top of. When you talk about Jamaica and Caribbeans and Africa and stuff like that, they didn't have an
Right.
overdevelopment situation like America. Like let's keep it one go.
Okay.
Let's go back now. Like where
Okay.
Platinum TV Gardens at, right? His soil that is on his property,
Mhm.
right? That is hasn't been touched by no real man at a long time. So his soil's
Right.
gonna pop, and he chops what he does. He does what he do. But a lot of us we are living right among this shit right here, like me.
Mm-hmm.
They brung dirt.
Midget.
They brung dirt. They brung dirt in to fill in
Out of
low
this one,
areas,
you mean?
huh?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our areas that we live in, they brung dirt in. It's not even native soil.
Mm.
Um, if you ever realize when you try to, if you, what the hell?
Oh, girl, I'm gonna hurt her.
Go ahead.
So when you realize when a place is overdeveloped, they bring in soil, they bring in rocks to fill in the
Mm-hmm.
lines. So your garden,
Mm-hmm.
your
Right.
garden, your garden does not the soil that your land is on is not originally to that area. So you will see a lot of people got rock problems. They can't get a shovel in the ground because it's compacted so bad. So that's why you see a lot of people use raised bed gardens now because a lot of times their soil has been brought in there to build homes. It ain't it's not the soil because they want to fill the lines up and they level stuff off to build homes there. So a lot of times your backyard is not a good backyard to grow no soil. I mean, nothing to grow back there but grass, and grass don't even grow there that good. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's just you got to know what. That's why I say test your soil. And you got like me, my soil's not that great. The only reason why this stuff is popping because the rabbit poop used to be. This is where I used to put my compost at. So over the years, my chicken compost was here, my rabbit poop was here. So it ain't doing what it want because last year crop probably drained it all out of there.
Mm.
Like, I mean, you been following me last year, but last year I had some 420 crops there, probably drained it all out. And now this year because I don't have the rabbits here no more, and washing the rabbit poop into here is to me is like it's lacking. So now I know. I write that data down. Okay, whatever was in this ground is gone practically. It's probably deleted. It's probably depleted already now. And now this will let me know. Start taking my rabbit poop. Once this garden's over, I'll bring in my rabbit manure. I bring in my chicken manure and actually till it back into this ground because whatever was here last year is gone this year.
Okay. Okay.
So so when you're an organic grower, it's hard to keep organic stuff going constantly. It takes time, So you might get this year crops look great, next year crop is looking terrible. So that's why I say you try to what they call it's another thing. Look it up, research. It's called stop in place. Like you take your weeds and you grind up your stuff back into your soil. Like all your plants, you put it back into your soil and let it compost in place. Nikki OCD, she does that. She composts in place. That's another thing y'all should look into. Composting in place.
That's
Okay.
exactly what I do. I compost in place. What I do is at the end of the season, I take all the, I don't use, I don't put meat back in the garden, but everything else that's produce, I put back in the garden. So um, the watermelon rinds, things like that, I put it right back in the soil, but I dig halfway through because we use raised garden beds in Alaska. A lot of us do. So that's what I use. I also use what people call um what's that, super juice, which is where you take your weeds and you put it in the container and you put water and then you fertilize that way. But
Oh.
that's a simple way to do it.
Oh, that's exactly what I just did the other day because Yaya don't watch my videos.
That is not
And
true. You need to stop it.
She don't watch
That
my
is not
videos because
true.
I just did that video.
I know, and because me and Sheer Magic, welcome in, Sheer Magic. I
There
see
you
you
go,
on the
right here.
panel. Hey, thanks
This
for
is super
coming up.
juice. You see, this is super juice. Wait till I weed my plant. I weeded my beds, and I put the weeds right here in the bucket of water. This is called super juice.
Okay.
Weeds have more nutrients than your plants itself.
Okay.
Because the weeds, that's why you weed in your garden, because your weeds is robbing the nutrients out your soil faster than your vegetables, right? So if you take your weeds that you weed your garden out of, put it in a bucket of water, it's gonna stink like poo-poo,
Who?
right?
Me?
The what?
Oh,
The super juice.
No. GT was saying something, and I thought he couldn't hear me. I thought I was on mute.
So
You
it
need to stop
stinks.
fussing now.
Okay, because here goes
Okay.
who?
You fussing tonight.
I ain't fussing tonight because I'm trying to explain to people because I'm so sick of people. I try to show people, well, my audience, the people my audience, I know they can't do a lot of stuff I do. So I try to, on my videos, I try to put stuff where they can use what they can use around. So that's why I'm frustrated not because of what Liz was saying and what you were saying. It's just I get sick of it because when I explain people, they go, oh, here you talk about money. It's not about that. It's just I know certain people,
Nikki.
I know my audience don't have it. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I speak on about my audience. Like if you have a guest up, he's speaking on his knowledge, his audience. Now, if I'm on your show, your audience does a whole nother thing. I don't know. But I don't want nobody to say when I'm telling like a lot of stuff I don't try to say because my audience can't afford it. The people that follow me can't afford it.
Okay.
So I don't tend to tell them to spend $100 on a bottle or something, which I know they can't afford. It's like just telling somebody this could cure your kid, but they don't have $200,000 in the bank to help your kid. So you got to go with the Medicaid card. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you got to, like they say, and a lot of people say you got to know your audience. So I was speaking from my audience, not your audience, not Liz's audience. Not, I don't know her pocketbook. I don't even know the lady. Never met her in my life. I don't know none of y'all financial situations at all. But I was saying,
I'm a billionaire. Just put it out there.
Okay, you're a billionaire. Cool. Like I said, your money don't fatten my ass up. I'm trying to tell people. That's what I get. That's when she said I fuss is because this is where Yaya keep telling me keep talking because people. Liz, it ain't you personal, Liz. It's just I had a lot of people distractions. In my world of YouTube, I have a lot of people with distraction. I cuss them out. So I try to come over with people that just listen to what I gotta say. I don't care about your money. I don't care about who you're dating or married. I don't give a damn about none of that. My life is not about that. My life is about the reason why I started my YouTube channel was to help people to grow stuff and see what I do simplified. Not on this big word game playing and stuff like that. Not trying to show you I'm fancy and shit, because like I said, I don't live fancy. I'm just a regular black guy that made it in life. I'm a black man that made it in life. You know what I mean?
We got
and I don't. And my thing is, when I try to show you stuff here, I don't have to do this, but it's just good content for other people to use stuff that's around them. Now, I am a cannabis grower. I give two darn diggity dongs about any of these vegetables here. These vegetables that you see me growing goes to my dogs and my chickens.
Microfarmer. Hold on, can you hold up 1 second? I want to share. Plant a Garden said the combination of weeds means a lot to a garden. So I wanted to share his comment because I like his gardening skills, and he's a master.
Oh, he should come up. He should come up.
He's a master at what he does.
He should come up.
Also, Nikki said Microfarmer, great demonstration of compost tea. Absolutely. So,
but yo, and Planted TV Garden, you here because Planted TV Garden, he's growing the way y'all want to grow.
Yeah,
Planted Garden TV grows to eat his vegetables. I grow mine to throw it to the chickens and the rabbits. I don't eat this stuff. Once again, I hope y'all don't understand what I'm saying. I don't eat the stuff I grow. I use the peppers. The only thing I eat out of my plant is the vegetables and the potatoes and the bell peppers. That's it. All this other stuff you see me growing, all this here, goes to the chickens and the rabbits. I grow to supplement the feed for my animals, not for me and my family.
Gotcha.
I know how to grow it, but I don't grow it to eat. Like some people grow this stuff because they want to be healthy. They want to know where their own food comes from.
Right.
I don't eat this. This goes to my rabbit chicken. I know people got peed off back in days. And Hands of Dirt will tell you, Microfarmer feeds this to his rabbits and his chickens, which people will love. But if my neighbors and people want them, I give it to them. I don't eat this.
I want to welcome
Is there a reason why?
Magic. Hold on.
There is no reason why.
Hang on just 1 second for me. I want to welcome in Sheer Magic. And I know she was going to show us, I don't know if you still are, You on mute. You're on mute. Okay. I know you got some stuff growing, and I know that you were going to have some questions tonight. So I want to give you a chance to have the floor to tell us what's happening with the things that you're growing and where you are in the process, and if there's anything that you need a little help on.
Yes. So first of all, hi everybody. Hi everybody in the chat. Microfarmer was the teacher. You know, you're supposed to raise your hand if you have a question, but the teacher didn't see my hand raised. So
Really?
so y'all, I don't know if I should be upset or not, but I'm so disappointed in my vegetables. They're not cute like they were before.
Yeah, yours was nice too, wasn't it?
They're brown. We had a lot of rain. I don't know if they got overwatered or something, but they are nowhere like they were before. And I get so disappointed. I got all these boxes from my job so I can start doing the raised bed or whatever. And my friend was supposed to come over and help me so we can just I think it was Microfarmer or somebody was saying if I don't want to irritate the root, just cut the bottom out and then just sit them in there like that. And so I'm gonna show y'all in a minute though. But when I came home, I was like so disappointed. I was so sad. I'm like, I don't know what to do next. Like, and so then another thing, one of my questions is, what was one of my questions? I did not know that when you do cucumbers, right, you can get 200. It may be too high, but you'll get a whole bunch of cucumbers just off of one plant. Like, you know, I didn't know that. I got 12 cups out there.
Okay, so you're gonna be juicing a lot of cucumbers.
Okay.
Right. He said you're gonna have a whole bunch of cucumbers, and he said don't because what I start with cucumbers, cantaloupe, and zucchini. And so I was starting with that. Then I have watermelon, carrots, and I want to say tomatoes. And he told me since I'm a first time beginner gardener, don't do a whole bunch because it could be overwhelming. He said you'll have all this stuff growing and then you just try to figure out what you need to do with it and all this other stuff. And so I don't know who it was. I saw somebody's video the other day. It might have been Hands in the Dirt. He was going out there picking his cucumbers. It was a whole bunch of cucumbers. I'm like, oh my God. I'm gonna need somebody to come help me do all this because that's a lot. But another thing is, I don't know if y'all saw those. I watched this video on YouTube. No, it was on Facebook or Instagram. It was a reel or something. But with the raised bed and stuff, they said that it helps your back so you don't have to bend over a lot. And they have the wooden crates. And they take the wooden crates and they put the cardboard in there, and then they do the dirt and then put their plants like in there. So I can do like a whole crate of just cucumbers, a whole crate of just cantaloupe, you know what I'm saying, like that. And then I'm going to do it on the side of my house. I'm not going to go to the back, but I'm going to do it on the side of the house. And I have a whole little strip that I can put them down. And I need to go out there, put the cardboard boxes, and then I have the little fences from $1.25 tree.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. But Planted Garden TV is the man to go because he's used no artificial stuff. But if you don't watch his channel, like I said, you don't watch him. But it takes time. It takes time to get that compost right. It takes time, but there are alternatives to getting great soil. Because I believe he showed where I showed early. He showed and I showed the same thing. In your woods where you at, you can go get that great soil that's out the woods. Like the woods across from me, 73 acres. That's never been touched by man in the sense of developing. And there's beautiful soil under those leaves and that forest floor. The forest floor is the best soil you can get. I think he spoke about that. But I have 73 acres where I can just pull back leaves, and I'm talking about beautiful compost soil with everything in it. I don't even have to do nothing with it. But when you do that, you're transferring whatever bugs and insects is over there, you're transferring into your garden. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful with that. So if you're a small garden like me in the backyard, I can bring that soil onto my property, and I'll bring some stuff that I don't want to bring here. Then I'm in bad juju. So you gotta be careful with bringing some soil out the woods onto a small property. Now I don't know how big Planted Garden TV is, but his grounds is better than mine because I believe his is something like a farm or something. His soil is way better than my soil. I don't know exactly where he's at. I think he's in Georgia, I believe, or Florida. But he has some
What,
great soil over there.
what did OCD's chick say? I was trying to read it. You need
Said
what?
you will need trellising for your cucumber plants.
What's that?
I think the soil could climb up on it.
Yeah.
You can get 2 sticks. You can get 3 sticks. You can get 2 sticks. The cheaper way for somebody to do is go ahead and get something like this.
Oh yeah, my neighbor has that. So she has the
No,
sticks and the
I'm saying
cucumber
you ain't got to
thing.
spend a lot of money. I'm just show you quick. You go get you some PVC pipe from Home Depot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you put some screws in here. I don't know if you're good with screws. You just stick these in the ground. Let me show you. Hold up. Let me see.
I'm good with screws,
Hold up. Hold
Microfarmer.
up.
I'm a big candy
Okay.
consultant.
See, you see here? Hold up. You see it?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Did you hear what she said?
No, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
I
Yeah.
said,
Okay.
I'm good with screws. I'm a bedroom candy consultant.
Oh. So you try to cut this at a 45 angle like a spike. You stick this in the ground. If you put little screws in it, real screws, and then you just put some twine and lace it. And I'll give you a trellis. So at the end of your growth season, you can take it down and do what you want to do. Very inexpensive. These are Home Depot. You get these. You get a 12-foot. Had a guy cut it 6 feet, cut it in half, but then you just cut it on the angle to give it that little spiky thing like look, and just nail it in the ground, knock it in the ground. Put some screws. You can always use it every year, so you can break it down. You can take it down and put it on the back of the property, on the side of the house. You don't have to have it structural sitting there all year long. So there's a lot of ways of trellising, using trellises.
Okay, that's good.
Cheap wise. Like that piece of pipe right there probably only cost you like $4 or $5 for 12 feet. And then you have the guy cut in half for you, and it'd be 6 feet high. And then you just nail it with a rubber mallet and a hammer, just knock it in the ground. And then you lace it like you're doing a shoe, like you're doing your shoes, your boots, and just lace it. And then it'll get, matter of fact, show you what a trellis is. This is how I didn't trellis. They use it. This is what they talk about trellis. You see this? Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the fence. That's the fence. So that's how I got to get these guys to trellis up, which is like this. You see here?
And they grow it up on the fence.
Oh
So
yeah.
I use the cattle wire in my yard for the dogs, but at the same time, it does a double duty. It has a trellis for that. You see the bees? You see the beams? So on top of that, it's keeping my dogs out the garden and jumping over the fence in my neighbor's yard. It's actually, I'm using it as a trellis for my peas.
Okay.
So it has a dual purpose.
Yeah, I've seen a lady do that too. She had her raised bed and then she had her cucumbers, and she was taking like some not wire, like not yarn. It was like on a little thing and stuff. I want to say a little I don't know what it's called. I know what she had, but she was wrapping it around, and then she had those PVC pipes at the top, and she just took the thing and wrapped them around there to get them up like that.
Yeah, you can do that too. That's the cheaper way too.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all my plants while he's talking real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. So I always try to show people stuff that they can use around, but like I said, it's time. It's a lot to get your garden. Like Liz, I don't know if she just started gardening. You talk about if you just starting gardening, it's going to take you a good 4 to 5 years to get really going with your garden, knowing what you're really doing with it. I don't know your soil. That's why you hear everybody in the garden community say, "Go get your soil tested." Like me,
I
I'm
bought some
still
black
learning.
gold. I showed it to you. What was it called?
But
Black gold or something like that.
Yeah, but
Or black cow.
Black cow. You have a lot. You have a lot of products out here, but a lot of people are being disappointed in that product this year.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of YouTubers. They went and got some black cow this year. They got some soil. I even got the soil called. Went and got some soil called. The company's called Back to Roots. I believe they sell it in Target. Back to Roots. And that soil was trash. That soil was trash. I wouldn't even recommend it to my enemy's enemy. I wouldn't even would not recommend that soil to my enemy's enemy. That soil was straight trash. And they want $12 a bag for it. Now, if somebody went out there and bought to really fill your soil, your raised beds or your buckets up, and I got a lot of buckets out here, y'all. It's expensive.
Mhm.
It really is, and I don't want people to go spending almost $800 on soil to grow a $2 tomato. That doesn't even make sense, y'all. It really doesn't make sense. The math don't math right there, y'all. Seriously.
Right.
But back in the day, you could dig in your backyard like when I was kids, when my dad had his garden. And I guess that's why I was so surprised, because it's been years since I tried to do anything. You know what? And stuff was growing. I mean, we had abundance of food, abundance. And now it's this soil, you go and you buy it. And I don't know, it's crap.
We might be able to make our own soil in some kind of way and aspect.
No, you can't. You can, Liz. You can, Liz. It's on
Okay.
YouTube. It's on
Okay.
YouTube. But it's not going to be your gardener. It's going to be the 420 crew. It's going to be,
Okay.
you see, you can't go. That's what's out here. And a lot of these people that's gardeners that you see out here is using stuff they use for cannabis growing.
Okay.
So this is what makes me upset with some of this garden community. They don't tell you the real story behind it. All they got you doing is you at looking at their garden, but they're
Right.
not using what they claim they're using. But matter of fact, I'm being honest, I'm gonna bring it back. They don't even tell you what they're using. You just see their garden.
Wow.
That's all you see. They don't even tell you the products they use for their garden. They just tell you, look at my garden. This is what I do. But they're not telling you exactly the nutrients they're putting in their garden. They're not actually telling you that. It's called switching bait. It's like the salesman trying to sell you that car and don't tell you the fine print. They're not telling you the fine print. But a person that's a garden for years, they can tell you that plant's not growing that natural. Plant the TV garden can tell you that. Plant the garden TV can tell you. Miss Tina can tell you that. Hands Dirt can tell you. Because Hands Dirt say he don't use none of the stuff y'all talk about. He just do what he do.
Wow.
And get the results he
I'm
gets.
thinking it's a bigger conspiracy, because you know when you go out of the country, they made you sign that paper saying that you can't bring the seeds from another country. That part. I'm gonna bring some dirt.
Okay, She Magic is outside. She gonna show us her
Okay, go ahead,
stuff.
She Magic.
It's on you.
Okay, I don't know how to turn my camera around, so I'm gonna do it this way so y'all can see it. Can y'all see it?
Mm-hmm.
Look how burnt it is, like right here.
Oh yeah. It looks
That's
like
not supposed to,
They turn
not
yellow. Is that the
no,
reason?
it's like a. Can you see it? I'm gonna put a little closer.
Oh yeah,
See,
I
now
see
this
it shriveled a little bit.
one's a little cute, but you see how this one
You gotta
is
big
like,
her up. You gotta make her the big focus. Yaya. You gotta make her big.
I'm like, I don't know how to turn it.
Hang on.
Let me see.
Not you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not you, Yaya. You
I
made
know.
yourself big.
Hang on. Give me a moment. God.
You don't want to see your forehead.
Damn.
There you go. I want to see that forehead. Go ahead.
He getting on my focus.
Can y'all see it now?
Oh.
How these are like brown and burnt.
Oh.
Nikki said it's yellow. It looks over watering.
Yeah,
I think
like overwatering.
Yep, you see how these are yellow?
Yeah, that look like it's over. You got too much water. You getting too much water. You should have covered them when you had all that rain or something. Or
Yeah,
just
here's
stop.
the
Matter of fact, you stop
watermelon.
watering yourself. Let that soil dry out. That soil looks moist.
So the carrots aren't doing anything, but here's the tomatoes. They got a little bit, but they look dry now. And then here's the watermelon. But these are what the rest of them look like.
Yeah, they probably overwatered.
Okay,
We
so
had
we
too much
getting
water
some
this weekend.
feedback.
And then here's the boxes. Can y'all see all those boxes I got?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, they don't look as cute as they did before.
They was all nice and green.
Yeah, they was all nice and green and everything. But then I think with all that rain, you know, like when it started raining and stuff like that, it might have overwatered them. And then what I did, like last Saturday, we had a real bad storm. And so what I did was I wound up going out on the porch, and I wound up moving the plants back. I moved them away from like where the water comes down, because I felt like they were getting overwatered for some reason.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take mine on the
like
back.
Texas Lala said, soil may not be draining well.
My soil. Oh, I popped the holes in the bottom of them. You know how they say cups with the
Now,
holes.
shit, magic. Like I said, if you're a person like me that you get a lot of rain, I would say look at this thing called loam soil. It's a sand mixture soil. Maybe when you get this soil, you need to, since you're gonna be doing containers, you might want to put some sand in your soil. so it could
Oh,
drain
was you
faster.
telling me that the other day? Oh, I
Yeah, I
can't
was telling
see
you that the
y'all.
other day. I know, but
Oh,
yeah,
there you
because you might have a problem with the drains. The soil might be too heavy in compost, so it
go.
retains too much water. It's not draining fast as you get in the rain. That's my issue here. But I've been putting sand in my buckets and stuff. I add sand into it just because I want it to drain a little bit. It's called a loom
Mm-hmm.
soil.
Right, a loom. Okay, I want to look
So
at
you
it.
might want to look up that and go on YouTube and say how to create your own loam soil, just because you're not getting good drainage on your soil that you're using in that container. So I think who did it? What's his name? Growing Out the Box. He show you what he did with the sand. He put the sand at the bottom. He'll show you if you go. I don't know if you follow the guy. Growing Out the Box. He was showing how to use sand with soil. I
Okay.
even did
And
it too myself. I mean,
yeah,
I'm just saying, I done that myself. That's what I do because I got the pool here and the sand comes down. Man, I can show you what I'm talking about.
yeah. My friend brought me the soil over because she has a farm,
See
so
where the
she had
pool
a
is? All
what is
this
it
is
called?
sand. All this is sand right here.
Okay.
That came from the pool. As the water run down, the sand been coming here. Let me see if I can show you. I got you on the tripod. That's why, y'all. So what I got to do to fix this sandy stuff right here that's on the ground right here, this is sand from the pool. It came from when the water runs, I'm on a hill and it ran the sand on top of the dirt. So the only way I figure I correct this is when they start cutting trees, I'm gonna have the guys bring me some of their wood chips. And I'm gonna just blend the wood chips in here because this is sand. So this is creating that loomy. I got one side with grass and one side where the pool comes down, washed out down this way. You can see where the water washes.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought the sand down here, but now there's too much sand in the dirt. So now what I'm gonna do is, if I see the guys out there with the trucks with where they cut the trees down, I'm gonna just backfill this up with all compost with wood, and it'll hopefully break down. Hopefully, there's a lot of pine oak trees here, so whatever they cut, I'm just gonna fill this whole area up with and till it in with the wood chips.
Is there a particular kind of soil? I mean, Sylvia said, what type of soil are you using? I don't know if that's a question to Sheer Magic. I
Yeah,
think.
this question's your magic.
Yeah, so my friend, she has a farm, and they wound up bringing her soil for her farm or whatever, and then she brought me like that big Microfarmer has the bag where you can grow. What is that bag called? Where you can grow plants out of and everything. She brought me just a big old bag of soil so I can
Like
start doing my.
this? This
Let
type
me
of,
see.
these type of grow bags?
Grow bag.
Yeah, yeah, that's what she. That's what's in there. That's what I use.
But you don't know the product of the soil
Yeah,
that she
It's
I
bought
don't
probably
know
you?
the
good
product.
compost. It's probably compost.
Yeah, I don't know the product of it, but I literally think that with the rain and everything, and it was like back to back, and then I was trying to move them away from where the rain
Right.
comes and stuff. Because one of the cups it wound up tipping over because the water was coming in so strong.
Yeah.
Like Liz, remember when you had
Right.
that? It was
We
coming
got
in
the same
strong.
rain.
Yeah, exactly. And it
Right.
tipped my cups over. So
Yeah.
I wound up just putting it back into the cups and everything. And I tried to move them back away from
That's what I
that.
do. Yeah.
And so it looks dry now, but I felt like I don't want to water it because it's been getting so much water anyway.
Now,
Yeah.
can she bring those back, Microfarmer? I mean, the ones that's turned yellow. If she lets it dry out and everything,
Yep. See how let it dry out.
let it dry. Okay.
Let it dry,
Okay.
So
let it
don't
dry
get
out.
no water. For how long though? How long do you let it
Right.
get no water? About a week or two?
No, we could
No,
do.
not that
It
long.
depends on if the heat's coming this week to her. I don't, she could if it's 80 degrees for 2 days, 3 days. I say 3 days. Let it dry out for 3 days.
He's
And
coming
check.
all the time. It's coming
Hard
while
I
it's
don't know.
raining.
with the skin
Don't leave.
hard holding the water. Oh, okay.
So yeah, give it about 3 days to dry out. Stick your finger in there and see if
Yeah.
your soil is still kind of moist or whatever. But I would just slowly start watering again. But Microfarmer, you step in because you know more than I do,
Nah, I say I don't know
or
what's your
anybody in
weather.
the chat.
Is your weather gonna be 80 degrees like this week? All day, all week across here. The new week is going to be the low is going to be like 78 degrees for the whole week. So that's why I'm looking now to see if these plants pick up with that kind of weather because we're not getting that much rain and it's a lot of water in because we got a lot of rain also
It's
and
83 now.
overcast. Huh?
Yeah, and that's one thing too
Yeah,
with
it's gonna be in
starting.
the 80s.
I've been paying way more attention to the weather, like what it's gonna do, if it's gonna rain, if it's gonna be hot, whatever the case may be, or stuff like that, because I want to make sure that I'm not doing too much to them. And then they said the one lady that I was following, I think Microfarmer, you sent me her thing through Instagram, and she was oh, it might have been another lady, but I've seen this one lady and she was doing the raised bed. And when she put the cardboard boxes down, they said spray the cardboard boxes with water to wet them all down and stuff. And then build it up like layers and stuff like that, and then put it in there. And so I was trying to figure out like how many bags do I need? How many, what do I need to do? And then you told me to do the soil, the sand, kind of mix it up and
Yeah,
stuff. And then,
lasagna. Hans Dirt called the lasagna method, which is like you said. It's called back to earth method, back to eating. Back to eating method. Go on YouTube. People will show you how to do the back to eating garden. It's simple. The back to eating garden don't even have no size to it. It's just a mound, just like this. It's just a mound. You just gotta
yeah.
build you a mound up. You're gonna do say you do the cardboard, then you do some soil, then you do a little sand, then you do maybe another cardboard layer, then you do after that you do grass clippings, wood chips, whatever you want to do, and the last is least is gonna be soil. So I would say your last 8 inches of your lasagna mix is gonna be 8 inches, at least 8 inches will be the top soil on top. Because your plant's gonna need about at least 10 inches to go in and set roots down nicely.
So how high should it be up in the beginning? You said
A
8 inches.
foot. Your raised bed to me should be a foot. It should be 12 inches.
So it should be the cardboard, the soil, the sand, cardboard, soil, like that.
Yeah, 1 foot, 12 inches high. It should be that because you're gonna put cardboard down before a root could go through that. You have to have that down there for about a year before the roots and stuff from the plant gonna go in through that cardboard. The cardboard is gonna block you this year. So your plants are not gonna go through that cardboard. Their root system is not gonna go through that cardboard because that cardboard is not broken down. It takes about a year for that cardboard to break down.
So I'm not gonna have nothing this year?
No, that's not what I
year.
said. That's not what I said. That's not
No,
what I
I'm asking. I'm not saying that's what you said. I'm asking. Like I'm not gonna have anything this year.
Yeah, you is gonna have. What I'm saying, to have a better system, that's why I told you your last layer's got to at least be in 8 inches of dirt, of good soil on top, compost, whatever.
You're building your system and you're you're making your garden.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
At the same time,
so you're doing both. So next time you
but
grow,
next year is gonna be your best year. Next year is gonna be your best year.
Right.
Okay, so so you said that, but say I hear people say when it starts to get cold and different things like that. What do you do with your garden when it do start to get cold? Like, what do you can't leave them outside or nothing like that. So what if it hasn't? What we in June, July, August, September, October? So in 5 months, I mean, will I have stuff that I can? I guess vegetables. Or I guess I'm saying, I don't know if I'm saying that right.
All right, so you gotta research. No, you gotta research when's your last frost day. I mean, your last day of frost, when you stop growing. Because here is Halloween. Halloween's over for us here. October 31st is usually over for us after Halloween.
So you just leave everything out there. You don't bring nothing in, or
you harvest it. You harvest whatever you got.
Yeah, you gotta harvest. Yeah. So this is that. So it won't be full circle, full year. But once you're growing now, and once your produce, stuff start to flower, and you get your fruit, your produce, and then you harvest it or whatever. When your fall probably comes, getting close to winter, you're not getting anything else. So then you're just gonna pull
out. Like me, get fat, gain 10 pounds indoors. That's what you're gonna do.
You said what?
You're gonna gain 10 pounds indoors because your garden season's over. It's over.
Right.
And then we will talk about what to do with the garden.
I was gonna say, don't you put a tarp over it or something? I don't know.
That'll be another show. We'll talk about what to do once you have harvested all your food.
Okay. Because like I said, I'm just like, it was so cute in the beginning. I'm like, what happened? I was like talking to them, nurturing them and everything. And I'm just like, what, are y'all just dying on me? Like, we can't do this our first time.
But here goes some magic. This is what I was saying earlier when everybody felt I was fussing, is that once again, you could get you a garden to grow forever, but it's going to take somebody to come and you got to get somebody to bring you in some great compost and set it up for you. You ain't even got to worry about none of this.
Yeah.
But you're trying to do this yourself, right?
Yeah.
But don't you have to tiller your yard or something
No,
like
no, you
that?
don't have to till. Oh no, you don't have to till your yard. You don't have to till nothing.
Oh,
But
okay.
if you can get a company to bring you in, I don't know how your house is. I don't know how your house is. You can get a guy to bring in, set it up for you, and you good to
Mhm.
go. You good to go. If you get a guy to bring you and say about 4 yards of good topsoil compost, and then you could do that without you just put the cardboard down, and then have them give you 12 inches of good soil, and then you good to go. You ain't got to do nothing until the end of the year. You don't have to cover it. You don't want to. What I do with mine is it'll be covered with leaves. The leaves that come off these trees, I have trees.
Yeah.
So I'll just
Mhm.
cover my raised beds with leaves. I will grind the leaves up with my lawnmower, and I'll just throw the leaves on top of it.
Like
Yeah.
mulch.
So,
Okay.
As
so have y'all used those containers that I'm talking about, like those crates, to do like a? If y'all have anybody in the chat or y'all done a raised bed with those crates before, because
no, I didn't
those.
do that.
I want to. I'm looking into that right now because that's what my neighbor was saying. That would be better for me. But right now, since my
Mhm.
ground is so warm, like in my driveway where I have them, I thought that was the best place to have them like stay on the concrete. And like you were saying,
Mhm.
like shells and sand. I don't know the difference between shells and sand because I thought sand was shells. So that's why I thought it was a good idea to put my shells in there because, yeah, all of it is a mixture, as you say. And if that
Mhm.
is, a mixture that should go well, hopefully my stuff will start growing. But I'm thinking that I'm gonna try what you're doing, Share Magic, and get me a cart and see how that goes, and then layer it like you're saying. I didn't know
Mhm.
nothing about
I
all
think I'm gonna
this
have to show. I'm gonna have to do
polluted.
another video showing how to build your own
Wow.
soil. I mean, it's late
Yeah.
right now, but I'm gonna show you how to build your own soil, or at least
Hmm.
give you a demonstration, a short video of how to create your own soil. But see, here it goes. I really doesn't. I really don't use it. But if somebody needs to understand well, you can actually go to YouTube. There's videos out there that show you how to build your own soil
Hmm.
from
Mhm.
from
And
your
two,
gut.
if you wanted to share magic, once you get all your stuff or whatever, and once you watch some videos and you ready to do it, just go live and we'll all come on there and
Yeah.
then,
Oh,
just,
Let me get with you.
do a small portion
You tell my husband
okay.
to do this.
and then we'll, watch you do that. And then you'll know how to do the rest of your stuff.
Because he don't
Okay.
do none of this stuff. He
I can
just
set my ring
TV
light
around.
up on my phone so y'all can see what I'm doing. And then
Yeah.
y'all can tell me, hey, don't put that there, put some more X, Y, and Z, or that way I can get some tips and stuff. Because it's funny how, when you're watching like
You,
Instagram or something like that, and then you start watching different videos, and I've never watched plant videos and all that other stuff. But since you're live, and I was like, I want to try to see how it works. I've been getting all kind of like different people that, and I'm like, watch what they do and follow them, or just see what they do with different things and stuff. And everybody do things so differently. Everybody does this way or that this way. One guy was breaking down the boards and was sawing this and sawing that. I'm like, man, I'm not trying to do all that.
Right.
I'm a
That's what I
beginner.
said.
We're not
I
trying to
have
go out
nothing.
here and saw nothing.
Next door neighbors
This,
do this.
I'm having a nub talking about, look what I tried to do in my garden.
Right.
yeah,
Earn me a nubby.
Yeah,
but if
I'm
you
like,
do,
I'm trying to be easy, like just like for beginners, what I need to know, what I need to do, and then just kind of get me going that way. And then just start that way and stuff, and that way y'all can give me feedback to say what I am doing or not, you
well, what
know.
I would say to you is the suggestion I give anybody who's watching this live, read over and read it, is watch a lot of YouTube. YouTube is like the university. It's
It
like
is.
if you
It's
got to watch everybody, not the people you just like. Some of these people are boring, but they got very good information. You
I
just got
want
to take what I learned in life, even with the stuff I grow. I learned from if everybody's on that same baseline, that's what I'm going with. When I hear everybody, 'cause
Yes.
everybody, like you say, they grow differently, but they all seem to have the same baseline.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
mm,
it's the same baseline, but everybody tweak theirs a little different. Like me, I tweak mine a little different than other people. But I learned that from just trial and error. I kid y'all
Yeah.
not. And
Yeah.
and that and I think Liz asked me why I don't eat the vegetables here because I don't eat this stuff. I mean, I
mm.
really don't. I really it's not that is not it's poisonous. But I just don't eat. It's not the food that I eat.
Gotcha.
I eat more soups. I'm a big guy. I don't think I'm still just chowing down pieces of shit. I juice.
No.
No, seriously. I learned that's a big mistake. People just assume because you're a big guy, that's what you're eating. It's not about that. It's just that I don't eat this. I eat more soups and stuff. I like soups. I like like fruits and stuff. So
So
that's why,
Microfarmer.
huh?
So before you start gardening and stuff like that, you ate stuff out the grocery store, like vegetables. Did you eat vegetables and stuff like that out the
No,
grocery store?
that once again, no. That's what I'm saying. I
He
don't
don't
eat.
Oh,
eat soups.
I eat
okay.
soup. I eat like kelp soup, chicken, beef. I don't eat pork like that. So I ain't gonna say I don't eat pork, but I don't eat pork like that. It's not a regular diet thing. I'll eat a piece of bacon or something like that. I don't get meat
Right.
twisted. But
So
I'm not
I
a
guess
pork
with
eater. Like
my
you won't wait, hold on, but you won't see no ham up in here. You won't see no pork chop, chitlins, pig feet. But you won't even see bacon in my house. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see bacon.
I
But
got
if
some
I'm
bacon in
outside, I'll
here.
eat bacon because I grew up on that. What you say as a kid, I ate bacon, but there's no pork in my house. You go in my house right now, you ain't find no pork products in
right.
here because it's
Yeah.
not. It's what you call self-consciously. We don't eat pork like that.
Yeah.
Now you'll see
Well, I
you'll see
guess
chicken, beef, shrimps. You know what I'm saying? Shellfish, lobster tails, and stuff like that. We have, but
yeah.
pork, you will not find pork product in here.
I guess for me, I eat vegetables out the grocery store and different things like that. And I wanted to make some zucchini bread one time. And one of my customers was like, don't go to the store and buy no zucchini. I'll bring you some out my garden. He brought me some zucchini, and my zucchini bread tastes so different. And even when I made the loaves, and I wound up giving, like, when I make the loaves, I'll make like 6 or 7 loaves. I'll keep 2, but I'll give them to the family and stuff like that. They said, what'd you do different? And I'm like, I didn't do nothing different. It was from the garden. And that's why I was asking you that, because I want to be able to tell the difference from me planting my cucumbers and zucchini and carrots and all that stuff in my own garden, opposed to going to the grocery store and buying vegetables and stuff like that. Because it goes bad really quick. I think on the last one, I was talking about the oranges,
Oh,
and I bought some oranges, and it was like, how
What was
long is
that sugar, Mama?
but
it was some oranges. It's like 2 or 3 days later, they wind up going bad. I'm like, I just bought these.
yeah, but see the point of what you're making is
That's what we was talking about.
so
That.
nobody get me misconstrued here. Is the reason why I grow what I grow because y'all don't see because my wife don't allow my kids on my videos and stuff like that. She's very protective about her children and stuff like that, right? So you actually, my thing is to teach my daughters how to grow. It's not my just like y'all had whoever's homeschooling. Mine's is homeschooling. I'm not homeschooling. I'm homeschooling this garden. My daughter's not gonna be no woman that grew up to don't know how to do something. My kids, I know y'all not too familiar with me, but my daughters know how to use the power tools. They know how to build that deck back, that pool deck. If y'all haven't watched those videos, my daughter, who's only 10 years old, she helped me build that pool deck at 9 years old. She know how to do pool. She helped me repair the chicken coop. So my kids, I have daughters. I got 2 young daughters. I got older kids, but these are the babies. They know how to use power tools. They know how to drill. They know how to mow a lawn. So my thing as a father, a dad, is to show them that they don't. I'm not saying they don't need a dude or nothing like that, whoever they date or whatever they do, but they're gonna be able to be surviving on their own if I'm not here. I don't want my daughters to grow up to my. I don't know. I wish I had somebody. I ain't trying to treat my daughters back like that. I'm a dad. I'm here. I'm in their lives. It's my job as a dad not to let my daughters say, now she get a spouse. Let me just say spouse in this world nowadays. Spouse. They know they got some sense. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they're not gonna say, I never grew an okra plant. I never grew a watermelon or a cantaloupe. I never grew. They've been around. They know how to. If they had to kill a chicken, they know how to kill a chicken. They've been around this
Wring
all
their
their life.
neck.
No, as a
I'm
because
messing
here it
with you.
goes. Because a lot, I get sick and tired of some of my peoples hollering about these young girls. You got to remember, these young girls grew up in cities, so they're not country girls who know how. Even the country girls don't know how to kill a catfish or skin a catfish no more, because they don't grow. They didn't grow up like you ladies.
Grew up like that.
So
Yeah.
when y'all come up here bashing them, is that because the grandmamas and the big mamas y'all want to talk about, they gone. Nobody's teaching their kids nothing but how to be destructive or doing some bad behavior stuff. We always gonna sit around. But my kids are 10 years old. They 2 girls, twins. They have a sense of themselves. Nobody got to tell them they're pretty. Nobody's got to tell them they know themselves. You know what I'm saying? At 10
Amen.
years old, they ain't
Absolutely.
got to wait till they
Thank
30 years
you.
old. They ain't got to wait till they 30 years old to find who the hell they are.
Right.
You feel me?
Amen.
That's what
But
a lot of us. Yeah.
I get pushback. I get pushback when I talk like this, and they feel like I'm fussing. I'm just
Well, you gonna
frustrated
get praise here. Hallelujah.
I'm frustrated as a black man every time I hear people bashing black people. Period. Our people. So what happens? How
Amen.
you start with yours. You start with yours. I can't tell you how to raise your children, but I'm gonna start with mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
Well, high
how we.
five.
Huh?
Thank you. high five. You did.
Oh, high
That's
five.
doing
But
great.
some of our people don't like me when I speak like that, so I stop talking like that. That's why I joke around and just because reality is I'm trying to teach my children all this stuff you see here in this garden is their classroom. They go to school, school, but I'm teaching them how to survive if things do come astray. It's
Right.
seeds in this house. They know how to build. If the world comes in, they can take the wood out that outside there and build a log cabin like our parents did.
There's gonna be some
They have
GI
a
Jane.
concept. GI Jane, GIB. I don't. They're gonna have some sense of wealth and they're
Exactly.
gonna of knowledge who they are. I'm tired of our sisters where people saying they gotta wait till 35 years to tell me I'm working on myself and finding myself. Should have found yourself at 10 or 15 years old. Swear to God, you
Right.
should have. Should be
Right.
waiting at 40 years old trying to find yourself.
And just understand too that we all connect kind of here because when people connect, they have similar thinking. So same with you. Just like Liz, she has two girls, and I'm amazed at what her girls can do because that's why she was high-fiving you. There's a connection there.
Mm-hmm.
Her thoughts are the same as your thinking on teaching young girls this, that, or the other. Same with my grandkids or whatever, because we came up in a time where there were things that we learned and we want to pass those things on because we can tell where we are in the world now. A lot of that stuff is being lost. So
yeah, I grew up. I was one of those who grew up with grandparents, and my grandmother and her sister lived next door to each other, and we had gardens. We went outside. We picked our stuff fresh. You know, my mother when she had our house, we was in suburbia, but we had a garden in the back. You know, so all of these things are not familiar to me. And it's really enlightening to know that why aren't things growing the way they used to? Because all I've ever been brought up with was the culture of you could just grow your own in the back. But to hear that they're developing things and on purpose and they're, you know, I work for Monsanto, so you know they're doing things to the seeds and all these other things because you know they want that control. And it's like, wow, you know, I didn't know that was that down and dirty. That you know things are going that far, and because I'm like, why can't we just put things in the ground and they grow?
not like it used to be.
We once again, people, and I don't see that's why I don't get into those channels. I don't follow those too much. I don't want people to. Let me tell you something. They can spray over the atmosphere, and you're done with gardening outside. So gardening, growing your own doesn't mean nothing either because stuff is not growing like it used to because there's so much pollution in our air. Go look it up. It's so much pollution. The reason why our crops are not growing in America like this, we have so much air pollution that it goes in the ground.
Yes.
Ain't got nothing to do with something spray. It's just so much pollution in the world right now that stuff is not growing. So they do got to use synthetic fertilizer to try to get something going. Now what you got to tell your children, don't get scared about, they're trying to control food. Learn to grow indoors a little bit.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, they can put bombers upstairs, up in the air, a mile up and high, 2 more miles, and spray this whole country, and your garden outside ain't gonna grow nothing. So I don't like people putting that because they can poison your water wells. They done it in this country. They done poison people out their properties by contaminating their water supply.
Right.
This is a history that America is trying to forget, but I don't forget.
They just did that in Detroit. But hey,
you hear what I'm saying, y'all? They can have the Air Force spray us with cancer products. You got Agent Orange and stuff like that. Stuff is out here. So all these farmers are about get your own, farm your own. Okay, next thing you know, you don't even see it at night. It flies right. Because you remember when this so-called boom bat came in America, everybody talking about them chemtrails? Chemtrails?
I never heard of them.
Chemtrails. You never heard of chemtrails? They was claiming that they was spraying us with something. People saying chemtrails. Oh, anyway.
Okay.
Those in your area.
They have that technology where they can spray your backyard and ain't nothing growing there for the next 35 years. You get what I'm saying? So if they want to if they want to starve you out and control the situation, they all got to do is just take out your backyard. You can't grow nothing. You can't grow nothing.
Exactly what you said. Start learning how to also grow inside.
Grow inside, learn how to compost something, even compost your own poo-poo. Because half this stuff smell like poo-poo now if you ain't open them bags up lately. It smells like human poop.
Yeah, true.
If you
it was always true when we grew up.
What I'm saying, Liz, what I'm saying, Liz, they lying to you because some of these bags you popping open, because I cracked a few of these bags open, it smelled like human waste. It didn't smell like the stuff that you normally smelling. It's like either the government's allowing them to use human waste. That stuff that you see when I go down south, Y'all have water treatment plants, water plant treatments, right? These big places that you see the foam and stuff. I believe that byproduct is being put in our fertilizer, y'all. That's just me. I ain't got proof on it, but when I cracked open this little bag the other day, I was like, ooh, this smell like poo poo. This didn't smell like no animal poo poo. This smell like our poo poo.
Okay.
It smelled poo poo-ish. When do compost start smelling like poo poo-ish? Because your compost is supposed to smell like poo poo. It's supposed to smell like earth. I'm just saying.
I thought it was all the same, so I'm just real ignorant. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
I mean, that's what we did. They used poop. We mixed the poo poo with the earth.
Lala said, I ain't smelled that. Somebody get cussed out if I do.
What happened? What you said?
Texas Lala said, I ain't smelled that. Somebody getting cussed out if I do.
Right.
I know no, but right. There's a few people who got those bags this year. Wow. These bags, they smell like poop. They don't smell like an earth-free compost. They smell like poop. And I'm not talking about animal poop, which you might talk about later. I'm talking about human poop.
Yeah, human poop, cow manure, all of it. I mean, I thought that was part of the soil at some point. Somebody was like, no. And I was like, well, why people use poo for that in their gardens? Like people save their poo up, turn the earth over, don't use it that year, and then the next year they'll use it. It's just, well, I don't know. It's just how
but that's what, hold up. You right, Liz. You right, because that's what we did. Our ancestors, well, I'm going to say my ancestors did.
Right.
They had outhouses, right? Our house was moved across the property over the years. Once that hole got full of poop, what they did, they push it, put dirt back over and kept pushing it. You act like you don't know about outhouses, y'all.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
So that grandpa land, that land that your grandfather left y'all, whatever, it's probably a lot of human poop and pee in there. Because what they did, they just dug a hole, and when that hole got too full, grandpa hooked a mule to it, pulled that, and built another hole all across that property for the last 70, 80 years.
Exactly.
So don't get it wrong. It wasn't no plumbing in America for a long time, y'all.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of poo-poo in them fields.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
I know it collard greens too.
Right.
They probably had some good old collard greens.
Sure was. The collard greens was big too. They wasn't no little baby heads. The patches.
So, but I know people gonna go ill. I know people gonna go. Oh, they had a pig. Wait, now you don't supposed to use pig manure, but the pig pens were moved too.
Yeah.
People just feel
my grandfather them did too. They had outhouses and they had hogs back there. I remember when we used to go down there. Shoot.
They had to clean out the hog pen. You had to clean that after a while. It got too bad in the hog pen. And you had to go clean. Your uncle would throw it on a wagon. I've been down south. My family's from Georgia, Alabama. I know I'm from New York City, but I went down and they picked some of that. They had to go clean. My cousin went in there with them boots and they had to clean that pig pen out every other summer.
And it makes some bombs too. So I'm just saying that all that went together with that menuda stuff.
Menuda.
So that's why I was like, oh, I thought that was usual. You know, so like, I didn't.
But you gotta remember, your grandparents, they only used the stuff that was on their land. They feed the chickens and the hogs, the corn and the carbs that came out their fields. So they wasn't feeding them synthetic foods and stuff that was
right.
So it's a difference in that poop, probably. I'm just saying, probably. I don't know.
Could be.
All right.
Well, we had a good conversation tonight, y'all. We're going to get ready to shut it down here. But this was really, really good. Thank you for all the knowledge, everybody.
And Liz, and I want to say before Liz go, there's no hard feelings, Liz, but Yaya and Sheer Magic can tell you that I've been getting a lot of flack over the years, and I done killed my channels. Like, this is my 5th channel, and I get tired of people. I be just trying to be. I'm a good-hearted person, right? And I try to tell people the right way. And you
I'm messing with you. You know I'm messing with you.
But what I'm saying, Liz, do not take. It's just that because Liz is new to me. I caught a lot of flack about stuff, and I not to cuss. No, I ain't cussing a woman. I know, but I get frustrated with people. I'm like, I just want to go with my audience, and I know you hear a lot of people say, know your audience, and certain things that I do because, like I said, this stuff here is just a hobby for me to teach my kids and just see what it do, right? But my main crop is 420 crops, Liz.
Okay.
I make my money from that crop. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if you haven't followed me, but that's my main crop.
I have followed you. Yeah.
But here it goes, Liz. But Liz, so you hear it on Yaya. This is my last year growing any of this garbage anymore. I'm growing nothing but peppers. I'm become a pepper grower. I'm just growing hot peppers. I'm just not even bell peppers. Bell peppers and potatoes gonna be over there. But this crop right here that you see here, this beautiful is nothing but hot peppers. I do a lot of hot pepper seasonings. And so that's gonna be my So wasting all my time with this is a
Mm-hmm.
waste. Is a waste of time. My daughters know how to do this already. So this year, I just wanted to see how to do. And this year, next year, all this is going to be nothing but hot pepper, ghost peppers, and Carolina Reapers, and
Okay.
jalapenos. So I'm
Okay.
become a pepper grower, and so it's going to be all this other stuff, carrots and stuff. It's not going to be grown next year. None of this stuff going to be grown. Just hot peppers.
I'll talk to you on
Wonderful.
the side because I'm trying to get me some for you to
I
box
need to
me
get
up
my
some stuff
peppers
and
too
send me
and
some
onions.
stuff before
Right.
you give it to your neighbors or the chickens get it.
Right.
Oh yeah, like a lot of stuff. Only reason why I'm growing
Because
the
you
cabbage,
got a bunch of stuff.
the
You
only reason why
do.
I'm growing it, only reason why I'm growing the cabbage is because I never was successful growing the head of cabbage, like the head of cabbage like that. I can grow cabbage, but it never got that like see the supermarket that head.
Cabbage,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So this year I learned some stuff from watching YouTube, and I think I was planting them too far apart for them to form their head. So now I think I got it. They're looking
Mhm.
nice now. They're looking nice. I ain't gonna lie. So
Okay.
that's how, and I write that stuff down. I just don't keep it in my head. I write it down for my kids, kids. You write it down. Just like this YouTube, like
Right.
Yaya saying, she wants to leave an icon or something for her grandkids and remember her by.
Yeah.
And that's what
Right.
YouTube is about, y'all. It's not you going up here acting a fool and acting a fool. It's basically what I do with my daughters. I write stuff down. I write how to make that peanut brittle. It's already written down like a recipe. We forgot to do that stuff lately. And stuff here. So when my daughter's out here, when y'all don't see me out here with them, I show them everything I can show them out here and how to do it and how to do everything I need to do. But yes, if your grandkids is still young, please try getting your grandkids' life and show them something.
Yeah.
Let's not raise another
Right.
generation of I don't know something people.
Yeah.
I'm real passionate
Not
about
my
that,
house.
Liz. Nah, but Liz,
I
I'm
am
real
too.
passionate. I know not your house, Liz, but I want people to hear this. Stop. Let's stop raising people that don't know nothing.
Yep. Absolutely.
Because
They're not
I have
allowed not
seen
to know
where
information.
Liz, where your husband's
Mm-hmm.
from, I watched these other people go all the way back home where we ain't going back.
Mm-hmm.
They come back and they bringing back our stuff and selling it back to us like fast as quick. Fast as we lose it, they go back over there. And I seen
Yeah.
it, and I spoke about that because I know Liz. People travel. We always looking at. I'm looking at these guys. They going in
Mm-hmm.
the back. They're going in the backwoods of Africa, and they find how these people cultivating, and then they bring it back to us and selling us to a bag. That's crazy.
Right. Ain't it?
And we are losing that. And they're picking that book up and they come back here and they come back to America and they sell them to us. All that stuff that I'm telling you about, all this expensive stuff
Right.
here is from Africa.
Wow.
There's plants in that, it's plants in that package. This package, there's plants that grow in Africa that's in this little jar. So you can't
Uh-huh.
find it. You only gonna find it in Brazil, South America, or Africa, these plants that's in here, these extracts.
Yeah.
To grow. And Liz was talking about the source you want to bring back. They're going back there and they
Right.
put it in bottles and they sell them to us. But it's sitting
Wow.
over there in Africa and they get it. They get the seeds, however they get it out the country. They grow them in these big factories and they harvest them and they put them in this stuff. Because when you read the ingredients, these plants don't grow here in America. These extracts don't grow here,
Interesting.
y'all.
And
I
they
ain't
tell
interested. You
them
just got
that
to look.
they stuff
It's
ain't no
just
good.
facts.
That's so
But it's
funny.
just facts.
Yeah.
And if I
Yeah.
speak to the American people here, I'm some lunatic or some narcissistic. I'm telling you the stuff that I read because I read. I don't know about the rest of the other people in the
Right.
world, but
Reading
I
is
read
fundamental.
and I read. I'm like these plants don't grow here. They grow in another country, either
Right.
South America or Africa, because those plants don't grow, but those two places anyway.
Mm.
Wow.
And they sell it to you for $50 extract of that plant. There's a lot of plants in Africa that we can't grow here. That they are actually taking extract and putting in these growth methods and we put it in our soil. So in the next 30, 40 years, if I keep using this, the African soil will be in this backyard when the next person buy this house.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
that's what I use. But I'm just saying I
Okay.
use that for other stuff. But this is where you teach your children, y'all. Please teach your children.
Yep.
If you let me tell y'all real talk, bro. Real talk, right? If you miss teaching your children, if you have missed teaching your children, teach your grandchildren. Because some of us
Mhm.
let our children get away from us and we ain't teach them shit. Oh shit. They ain't teach
Sorry.
them nothing. So I want people to understand sometimes you have missed the mark on your own children, but you got grandchildren. Teach your grandchildren,
Yes,
y'all.
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's
You
absolutely
can't change your son and daughter from their behaviors because you let them get away from you. But you can influence your grandkids, y'all.
right.
Influence
Yes.
your grandkids.
Yep.
You
I
know.
have my own grandkids, so yeah, they love they're crazy about all these plants. Like my
Yeah.
young,
They
Now your
crazy.
kids might not give a darn about that plant you talk about.
Oh, not at all. My son, he used to run a whole nursery, so he's crazy about plants too. So we're pretty much in it. I just got to buy the property so we can cultivate it a little bit better. But yeah.
Yeah, but it's all for the other ones. But listen, y'all take care. God
You
bless
all right.
too.
everybody out here.
God bless.
Thank you,
Thank
Microfarmer. I
you.
So
appreciate you.
take care. All right,
All
later.
right.
Fabulous.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody in the chat. Bye, you guys.
Bye-bye. Okay. I don't know how to hang up.